Huh?
Yes, your turn. Ray Midler.
Go ahead. Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. This was a prior case that was adjudicated, a guilty finding on the case in reference to an inoperable vehicle in the front yard of the property. There has not been any change, any contact from the owner to date, and I do have some updated photos for the record taken September 25th. We do have proper notification on September 17th, and I'd like to submit the photos for the record again.
All right. And these photos were taken on 9/20/25/2014.
Correct.
Okay. And is it your testimony that you went by
Today,
today?
yeah,
Okay.
today, this evening, around about 4.
I'm sorry?
About 4 o'clock this evening, yes, and the vehicle's still in the same.
Same position, same condition?
You got it.
Okay. All right. And this matter was previously adjudicated as well?
Yes.
All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violations still exist. I find in favor of the city. I find proper notice, and given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. This matter was previously adjudicated, and I hereby ratify the daily fine amount of $50.
The next case is item number 62, Ricardo McFarland. Edmund Fitzell is the officer. The case number CEMHO 2014-00055.
Edmund Fitzell, City of North Miami. This case was already adjudicated. The property was posted with a notice to appear on September 17th. Notice to appear was mailed out on September 19th. As of today, the property still remains in the same condition with the rotten fascia boards on the property.
Okay. Have any photographs you want me to see?
The same photos as last month. I took another one today. We just want to see the same.
Okay. All right. And everything is in the same condition? All right. Reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer on this date. I'm comparing it to the different dates, and I can see no changes. All right, thank you. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violations still exist. I find there's good notice, and given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. And this matter was previously adjudicated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
And the daily fine amount of $50 is hereby ratified.
The next item is item number 65, Santo Flores. Wayne Clark is the officer. Case number CEFAW 2014-00052.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. This is a property that was cited for a fence that has faded paint down through the metal that needed repainting. I have no contact from the owners of the property to date. The property was, a notice was posted on September 17th. And to date, there's no change. I was there around 4 o'clock today also, or a little thereafter. The photo depicts the property on September 25th on one, and October 1st, which is today, on how the current look of the fence is. It's an iron fence that's faded. I'd like to submit it for the record.
Reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer on this date, October 1st, 2014. And I'm comparing it to the photographs taken on 9/25/2014. And it is in the exact same condition. All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find given good notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 with an abatement date of November 4th, 2014.
The next case is item number 68, Vidal and Christie. Tenellis Felix is the resident, and the case number CEOSB 2014-00022.
Vidal and Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. This is a new case in regards to an oversized vehicle parked at or stored at in a residential neighborhood at a property. I have spoken to the property owner once in regards to removal of the truck from the property back in April. As of today, and my inspections, which I do have pictures for the record, the truck remains at the property. Notice for the hearing was posted at the property on the 18th, and certified mail sent out.
All right, I'm reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer on this date, October 1st, as well as September 25th, 2014. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I find good notice, and giving proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of November 4th, 2014.
The next case is item number 71, Walter A. Wright, Vidal and Christie's the officer, case number CEEXP 2014-00096.
Vidal and Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. This is a new case that was cited back in May for a EXP for cleaning off the roof of the property. I have not been able to make contact with anyone slightly interested in this property. It appears vacant. Property was posted on the 18th. Certified mail sent out, nothing returned, and I do have pictures for the record.
Reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer on this date, October 1st, 2014, as well as old photographs taken on September 25th, 2014. And based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I find good notice, and given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. I find in favor of the city. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 with an abatement date of November 4th, 2014.
The next
Thank
item
you.
on the agenda is item number 73, Wilner Joseph, Ernst Baptiste is the officer, case number CEIVY 2014-00183.
Ernst Baptiste, Code Enforcement Officer, City of North Miami. House was cited on August the 5th. Notice to appeal was posted by just certified mail on the 19th of September. I posted the house on the 17th of September. Violation was inoperable vehicle, violation of section 10-19A. Today I inspected the house, took pictures for the record, still not removed.
Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, actually, I'm reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer dated October 1st, 2014. And based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find a violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I find proper notice, and given good notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 with an abatement date of November 4th, 2014.
The next item on the agenda is item number 74, Yolanda Concepcion. Edmund Pizzelle is the officer. Case number CEEXP 2014-00135.
Edmund Pizzelle, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property address is 1900 Keystone Boulevard. It's a vacant property. It's a non-homesteaded property. It was initially cited under Section 5-46 for a painting of the property on July 25th, and again sent a second letter on August 9th. We mailed out a notice to appear on September 19th, and the property was posted on September 18th. Affidavit of service was filed. Do have some pictures for the file.
All right, I'm reviewing photographs taken by the code enforcement officer on this date, October 1st, 2014. Thank you, sir. And based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find a violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I find good notice. I find given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 with an abatement date of November 4th, 2014.
The last case on the agenda, item number 40, Juan Robles. Monica Frederick is the officer. Case number CEIBY 2014-00166.
Good evening, Your Honor. Code Officer Frederick with the City of North Miami. This was for an inoperable vehicle parked on private property. This was already found guilty. Proper postage of an order to comply was posted on September 9th at 1:45 p.m. and postage of the notice to appear was posted on September 21st, 2014 at 10:20 a.m. I have pictures of the vehicle. However, the owner turned it around so that I can't see the front anymore. And the argument tonight was that if the vehicle moves, then it's not inoperable. However, she does have an expired tag. I know that you can't see it from the picture,
No.
but the owner did not want me on her property. When she came outside and saw me looking at the tag, she said, "What are you doing?"
I know, but I guess I raised the same issues that I raised when with the gentleman that was here. How do we tell that this, because your citation is that is inoperable, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see inoperable from this picture. I'm sorry? Say what? Well, I'm looking at a different photograph. This was taken today. The decision was taken on 9/4.
But it's
No,
turned.
I'm only looking at the photographs that were taken on 10/1/2014. Where are the ones that were taken before?
It's still turned around. However, the ordinance states that in order for the vehicle to be claimed unoperable, it must have a valid tag.
Okay.
From the side angle, you can see a little bit of the wreckage, and one of the pictures, if
I
you
see.
look closely through the glass, you can see the whole front windshield is shattered.
I thought I saw something, but I wasn't really sure. Okay. All right. And it is your testimony today. You said you made contact with the owner?
When I went on the property, there was a woman there who said she was homesteading the property for the owner who lives in Puerto Rico, and that she was going to be returning that day of the last hearing to come to court. And then
Okay.
when I came closer to the car to take pictures, she told me to get off of the property. So that's why the picture of the tag is kind of blurry, because that's the day I went out and tried to take a picture of the tag. So all I could do today was take pictures from the street of the vehicle.
All right. Based on your testimony, your unrebutted testimony, because they had notice to be here today. And if you made contact with someone, then that's more of a confirmation to me that they knew. If they had any defense to what's going on here, then this would be the right time for them to be present here and tell me their side of the story. Since they have chosen to not show up, then I will find, actually this matter was previously adjudicated. So based on your unrebutted testimony today and the evidence presented, I find that the violation still exists. I thereby the $25 daily fine amount is hereby ratified.
And that concludes all the items on the agenda.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.